Hi everybody, I am SS the Showstopper and I'm coming to you from the Devil Advocate channel. Today is the 15th of October in the year of our Lord 2022. Oh, that's the second time I've got it right. 2022. Okay, before I get into the topic, let me say this. I know a lot of people have been coming to me and talking about how I dress and how I this and how I that. Let me say this. I'm living on a tropical island of Jamaica. Tropical island called Jamaica, and it's situated in the Caribbean. Now, unlike many people out there, I do not process my mind, I do not process my thoughts like I'm living in Europe or I'm living in the North Pole. I am living in Jamaica. Jamaica is a very humid country, okay? And will it be, with it being humid, there are certain fabric, there are certain clothes. It's always wise to wear less to sustain your health. I'm a female, and women, there are certain fabrics that you should not be wearing living in a very, very humid country. And those are jeans. You can, but not all day, every day. Like how you see some people out there, some females out there, they're going to work, they're going to this, they're going to that, and they're in jeans all day, every day. That's going to mess up their reproductive organ. That's going to mess up their whole vaginal cavity. It produces bacteria upon bacteria upon bacteria. You understand? And it's very unhealthy. It's also unhealthy for men who are engaging in intimacy with these females. So let me put that out there. So I try to wear fabrics that are loose fitting, fabrics that that provides ventilation to my body. You understand? Because my biology function like I'm living in a tropical island. It doesn't function like I'm in old England. So those with the old England mentality, they need to snap out of it. If you notice, when tourists come to the island, it doesn't matter where they're from. Once they come to the island, they dress accordingly. They wear loose-fitting clothes, they wear revealing clothes and stuff like that, because they understand that the fabric or certain clothes is not conducive with the climate and also with their health. Okay, so let me get that out of the way. Also, I'm a recording artist. I do music. I'm a recording artist. I do dancehall music, sing J music. So I try to put myself in that image at all time. Like if I come to you and I tell you that I do music, you don't have to hear a song. By looking at me, you should believe. And that's where I'm at. Okay, so with that out of the set, let's get into it. Now, today I want to talk about the mistake that dancehall artist MAVADA made. The mistake that dancehall artist MAVADA made. Now, I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis, okay? It's not a biography, so don't come at me. Chill, chill, chill. Don't come at me. It's just a brief synopsis. Now, MAVADA is a youth from Kingston. He's a dancer. Well, he came up as a youth from Kingston. And to be exact, it's Cassava Peace in Kingston. He saw dancehall music as an escape route to leave the ghetto life, what you would call ghetto life, and the inner city of Kingston. He used his talent. He used it to push his career. He associated himself with Bounty Killer, and because of such, he became an artist, a well-known artist, hits after hits after hits, until MAVADA shot overseas, linked with DJ Khaled and stuff like that. I think he was the second artist. I think he was the second artist to do a song with Nicki Minaj, rapper Nicki Minaj. And so for that, we acknowledge that MAVADA became a great superstar in his own rights. You know, he did very well. He created hits, and, you know, people, his music resonate. Yes, he did a lot of violent song, but he had some really conscious music that people like, and it resonated with the mass, and he just went up and he kept going and going and going. And he was doing extremely well. We also saw on the flip side where his son got into some problems with the law, and he's currently serving a life sentence, and I think he's eligible for parole after 22 or 23 years. And then he lost his mother, which, you know, those are like a double whammy someone could ever face in 1 year. So that's a lot to fathom. That was a lot for him. And now he's in a problem with litigation with an attorney, a former attorney, who he trusted with his funds to purchase a plot of land, to purchase a property, I should say. to purchase property. Turns out that she made fraudulent transaction and stole his money, and he's trying to retrieve it or reclaim it, and it's been going, it's been going, it's been going, it's been going. I think he got around 8 million, and he's supposed to get the balance, and it's just hell for him. It's hell. Now Mavado is somewhat seen as a fugitive. He's wanted, and being wanted, he won't be able to testify against this woman, so the case will automatically be thrown out. That's the great quagmire that Mavado is in. Now here's the mistake that Mavado made. Looking into it and examining who Mavado is, his image and all of that, Mavado made no mistake. He made none. He made none. He went by the books. He uses his talent and saw dancehall as an avenue to escape poverty life. It worked for him. It catapulted his career. It made him an international superstar. Going places, doing things, doing great. He invested back in his own island, which he didn't have to. He did not have to. And he chose to. He chose to use his hard-earned money to invest in his island. And this is where Mavado is at. He's wanted. They're looking to arrest him. So I heard Queen IFRICA made a statement that the whole Gully and Gaza thing didn't work. The unification of it didn't work because here lies Vybz Kartel serving a life sentence in prison today after years. He's serving a life sentence in prison, and Mavado is seen as a fugitive. They're looking to arrest Mavado and list him on the immigration list so that they can arrest him overseas by Interpol. So this is extremely, extremely sad. Very, very sad to know. Mavado did nothing. But remember, I always say in my videos that someone should always be made to feel inferior so others can feel superior on their behalf. Someone must always be the expense of why that person is rich, of why that person is happy, of why that person can retain their wealth. The image of Mavado is that he gave hope. He gave hope to a lot of youths in the inner city, a lot of youths in the ghetto that listen, if you have a talent, you can use your talent wisely and it will basically promulgate you into a well-known person. You understand me? And also shoot you off to the stars so you become an international person in whatever craft you are doing, especially in dancehall. That was the hope that Mavada gave. No, 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 no. You can't be giving that kind of hope because someone has to be made to feel inferior so others can feel superior and act upon it on their behalf. You are teaching the young, Mavado is teaching young people in the ghetto the art of self-reliance, the art of autonomy, not looking to the powers that be for daily bread, for basic commodities, which may include food, job opportunities, etc., etc. Mavado was teaching that. And how dare Mavado, how dare you go out and teach these youth and give these youth hope? You had no reason giving them hope. The powers that be don't want that. So you can't win. You can't win. It's like you're taking a vehicle from Kingston and you're trying to get to Spanish Town. But you take a vehicle and it goes to Trelawney, it goes to Westmoreland, it goes to Portland, it goes back to where? St. Catherine, not St. Catherine, yeah, St. Catherine. It goes back to Old Harbor then, in St. Catherine, just to get to Spanish Town. So you're going around, only to end up in the same position that you were running from. Only to end up in the same position that you're running from. Mavado did nothing wrong. He went by the books. He chose the legal route. He wanted to make investment. He wanted to be a successful businessman also and not just an artist. And he decided that, okay, he's going to invest in the island. He's going to give back to the country. And this is the price he paid. This is a price. He's paying a price with his freedom. He also paid a price with his money because he lost it. And now they want him to pay a price with his freedom. You can't win. You cannot win. You can't win. How do you teach hope? How do you restore hope? Because you were never supposed to. Movado was never supposed to be restoring hope in youth that are from at-risk community and from poor socio-economic background. He did the unthinkable. A lot did before him, but they fell off. Mavado kept going and going and going and going and going and going and going. He didn't fell off at any point in time. At any point in time, he did not fell off. And that is what they don't like. Because someone is going to see and say that, listen, if Mavado did it, we can do it too. Many are going to see it and say, if Mavado did it, so can we. You know, from that same community, from other at-risk community, they're going to see a Mavado and like it, be inspired, feel uplifting. They emulate him. So Mavado is paying a dear, dear price. A dear price for that. No, I'm not saying that Mavado is perfect. He has had run-in with the law before. I don't know the intricate details. I don't know. I can't get into the microcosm of it because I don't know what it was like. But I know that he had run-ins with the law before. So no man is perfect. None of us walking on this earth surface is. You know, your background, your background isn't sweet, slick, and clean. Neither is mine. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that Mavado, the mistake he made was none. He made none. He made no mistake. He went by the books. He went by the books. And how dare Mavado trying to take down this well-powerful upper echelon attorney at law? How dare, if had it been someone else, it could have worked. But a youth from the ghetto rising from the ashes, from the dirt of the ghetto like a phoenix and coming up, and keep going. Even when he reaches height, he still keep going and going and going and going and going like the Energizer. They didn't like that. They didn't like what he represent. I think I was watching a movie and I think they were saying to this black guy that it's not that we don't like you because you're black, we don't like, because the guy was successful. And he was going for a senior position. He was going for a senior position in a company, in a major corporate company. And they said to him that it's not that we don't like you what you represent. You're restoring hope to people. We can't have that. We have to have an itch to scratch. We have to have something. There's something. You're too perfect. You're too polished. We have to break you a little. We have to break you. We have to scratch you. You understand me? Because you are restoring too much hope and we can't have that. We can't have that. The elite black man who was raised well in a nuclear family home. He went to good school. He graduated. He has a great education and he has a wonderful family. That's not one of the caricature of black people that they put to the world. And so that can't work. They will always find a crack. Now, Mavado also, being from the ghetto, being from poverty, and he rise, and he went up, and he continued going. They had to find a crack because he escaped it before. He went overseas, he got married, got his citizenship, yada, yada, yada. They said, no, this guy escaped. We have to get him one way or the other. And see, years later, this man is looking to go to jail. Someone who would work all their life to escape that is looking to go to jail. And it's not like, you could understand, like, if Mavado was reverting back to criminal activity or was going back to criminal activities or he was involved, in clandestine activities. That's not the case. So how do you escape it? How do you restore hope in a trying youth? Whether it be male or female, how do you restore hope? How? Because you obviously can't. They want certain type of people they pick as anomalies. They pick people like one-off. And when they pick people like one-off, they use them as an example. Like Oprah. Oprah is an anomaly. And use her as an example. If she can do it, you can do it. And then they keep moving the perimeter. They keep moving the bar. And so it's harder and harder to attain. But then that's the one person that they use it because that's the mind game that they play on people. That's the mind game. So the mistake that Mavada made was none. He couldn't escape it. Because he shouldn't be the one to restore any hope in anyone. He should be the one working with the powers that be, and going here, going there with them, and you catch them this time, you lose them, and you catch them again, you lose them, you grab. I'm talking the mind of the people. You catch the mind of the people this moment, you lose it. You catch the mind of the moment, and he should have been one of those type of people, and because he wasn't, he decided that he's going to do his own thing, and they said, no, 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 no. How dare you? You came and you saw a system. You came and you saw a system designed to keep people a certain way. Remember when I said I did a video? I want you guys to watch it. My message to Sir P and the Tivoli Gardens residents. I did a video on it. And it's funny how, not to go off on a tangent, but it's funny how Sir P called people LIQ, low IQ, but yet a lot of his followers are low in intelligence. They are extremely poor, because if you listen to the video or if you watch it carefully, you will realize that I was actually supporting Sir P, and I was giving a suggestion also. But they just, I'm how dare talk about Sir P, what they are this, how they are that. And if Sir P is not God, he's a human being like anybody else under a voice alternator. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I don't know why people actually thought that I was coming for this man. And if I was coming for him, I wouldn't have a problem saying that I'm coming from him. I'm coming for him. I'm sorry. I was supporting Sir P argument, and I was also giving a suggestion. But people, that automatically preempt through the heading what I was about to say, they didn't listen with understanding. They listened to respond or to react like sodium. You understand? And so basically they just went off in the comment section, and I had to block a whole lot of them. So trust me, there were a whole lot of more comments in the section, and I had to delete, I had to block, and as I go along, because one thing I realized, certain people can't make any comment on their politics watch. You can't make any comment on the Sir P thing if you're disagreeing with him. And I allow them to voice their opinion. I don't believe in restricting it. But at some point, I had to put a stop to it, because it's not a free-for-all channel. It's an independent operation by yours truly. Okay? So, back to what I was saying. About Mavado. He couldn't escape it. And I want people to watch that video. A message to Sir P and the Tivoli Gardens residents. You will see where I'm going with this message. And they listen to the video or watch it with understanding, you would see where I'm going with this. It relates exactly, it relates perfectly to this particular video right now. So I'm sorry, Mavado. I pray that all goes well for you. I pray that everything works out. To have to deal with the loss of your mother, to deal with your son being incarcerated, that cannot be something good all at once. That can't be something good for one person to fathom. And I pray that you find strength. You are going to need God Almighty to help you fight this battle, because it's ongoing, and I'm sure it costs money each time to pay your attorney and stuff like that. So, I'm not saying it because I really have more compassion than anybody else. That's not my case. So please, people, don't get at me. My topic is about Mavado. It's not about anybody else. If it's about other people, then I'll make it about them, and I'll show my empathy just the same. But I understand what he's going through. And I totally sympathize, because no one wants to deal with a double whammy like that at once. That can't be something for one mind to encompass, to process. Can't be enough. Can't be. The mind can't hold so much pain. The mind can't bear so much burden. And I'm very sorry. I hope he doesn't crack under pressure. I hope he's seeing a therapist or a counselor, someone that can give him some sort of spiritual comfort or guidance. You understand me? And that's all I have to say about this video. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. And I'll see you again on the Devil Advocate channel. God bless you.